Right then guys, so here we go with Alexis McAllister, as Fabrizio Romano would like to say, but it's not because of Fabrizio Romano why I'm saying this, guys. Paul Joyce has emerged today and he's put an article out there which we will go through now, where he's basically saying that Alexis McAllister is set to become Liverpool's first signing of the summer, with the Anfield club hopeful of concluding a deal this week for the Argentine World Cup winner. Now it says here also that the price for the player should be of no problem because there is a release clause, even though here it still says Paul Joyce is unaware of the price of this release clause, which is very suspicious that nobody seems to know. He does say here that the clause ranges from 45 through to 51 to 61 million pound. Has all been previously published how much this deal is going to cost. But we've heard from Fabrizio Romano it's far less than the rumoured 60 or 70 he was saying. In my head, I think it's around 45. I've got nothing to justify that, guys. I've got nothing to go off that. It's just a gut feeling that I'm going with 45 million. So let's see what happens there with that. McAllister did sign a new deal with Brighton in October last year that had a release clause in it, but he would not have signed the new deal unless he had the release clause in it, as is mentioned here. Man United have also looked at McAllister, but the player preference was to go and play for Liverpool, which forced Erik ten Hag to divert his attention elsewhere, which is now why we've seen United linked with Mason Mount, who Chelsea, it says here, are rating him at 70 million, whereas United would value him at 50 million, which is a price way back when Liverpool were first linked to him I said would be the maximum I would pay for Mason Mount. Joyce goes on to say that Mount has been followed by Liverpool, and we know there has been talks between Liverpool and his camp, and his representatives met Liverpool after the Liverpool-Chelsea game at Anfield. But Liverpool have moved their priority to conclude the Alexis McAllister deal, whose high technical ability and is versatile in midfield, where he can play as the 6, the 8 or the number 10, make him a key signing. McAllister's representatives are still in England as talks continue. Finalising the deal for the arrival of McAllister is the present focus, but Liverpool will also seek other signings in midfield with availability and price shaping their decision making. The club have followed Nice's Thuram and Romeo Lavia from Southampton. Now these are two players that I have mentioned in my videos that have been linked with us. There's also Kone. Now if we do look at what's come out after this, like obviously when Paul Joyce services guys, the click get their goat on and start putting out their articles at the same time, saying they all knew about the same thing at the same time and all this, that and the other. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said that conversations have taken place with Kone's and Thuram's agents, and that Gabri Veiga is appreciated by Liverpool, but no bids or talks have advanced as yet. It is still step by step. Let's touch on Gabri Veiga right now, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Currently plays for, says here, where's his club? Celta Vigo. The last player we signed from Celta Vigo was that Aspas, wasn't it? Yeah, Aspas. What a player he was. So this year he did 36 appearances for them, 11 goals, 4 assists, 6 yellow cards. He featured in 74% of the starting 11s and completed 68 minutes of those minutes that were available to him. He was, however, involved in 35% of their goal participation, and I think recently he scored 2 goals against Barcelona that kept Celta Vigo in the league. He is 21 years of age. It says here he can play very much the similar positions to Alexis McAllister: central midfield, attacking midfield and defensive. Newcastle are very much interested here by the looks of this. 70% probability of transfer to Newcastle according to Transfer Market. Who knows there? It does say here as well that his agent is Gol International, which if you open that link up, there's a few people on there that have been linked with Liverpool in the past, like Christian Nkunku, Robert Lewandowski, Jonathan Tah. They've all been linked to Liverpool on here. There is a lot of players on here that are quite highly rated, you know, like Højbjerg, Lewandowski, as I just said. And Veiga is the 4th highest rated player on there, on the out of the list of their candidates on here. It says in value of money, it goes Nkunku, Højbjerg, Lewandowski, Veiga. So it must be a very highly rated player. Now, again, one interesting thing on this, guys, is that Man City are also very interested in this player. And previous to him moving to Gol International Player Agency, he was represented by Pep Guardiola's brother. Now, again, he's not represented by them now by the looks of this. So who knows what sort of relationship they have got now. Could that have some sort of influence? Would he prefer to go to City rather than come to Liverpool? Who knows? But just going by the fact he's no longer represented by him, you would think that there's some sort of fractured relationship there in that case. Is there anything else I can touch on before I go after today, guys? I'm just having a quick browse, because it's all going mental now. Everyone's going absolutely crazy because of the Paul Joyce article. Doesn't seem to be anybody worth mentioning about anything at the moment, so we'll leave that there. If anything else crops up, guys, I will be here with another video. Fabrizio Romano basically says that Alexis McAllister's medical will be done within the next 24 to 48 hours. So expect some sort of Friday announcement, maybe at the weekend, who knows. Let's see what happens with the medical, guys. Anyway, as I said, I'll leave the video there. If anything else crops up, I will be back, and I'll catch you in the next one.